Yeah, man. We got a special dope interview for you guys today, man. But before I begin, I gotta pay the bills. You know this man, WDJC, DB, DJ Chase Radio. This episode is brought to you by College Radio Directory. Use the promo code DJ Chase and Groove, the hottest platform that allows you to get in labels, playlist curators, and like myself, content creators, get real feedback from real people, not bots. But enough of all that, man. Download that DJ Chase Radio mobile app on your iPhone, a Android phone. Today we got the excuse me, we got the legendary Loud Music Festival, the Loud Music Records, Loud Music Management, Derrick MC, my guy Derrick McKinney in the building, the CEO of Loud Music. Was good, brother?
What up with it, man? I'm happy to be here, man. I don't know what I got to do to get that kind of intro everywhere I go, man. I'll talk offline about that one. We got to figure that out.
Listen, I'm here, man. You listen. I'm trying to be like you when I grow up.
You don't want these problems.
For sure, my brother. And like I said, my show is dedicated to music education, right? You have a lot of knowledge, you have a lot of years of experience, you have a lot of great detail and attention to detail when it comes to festivals and breaking artists and breaking that independent, getting over that independent hump. You know what I'm saying? And I do want to ask this, right? So we're gonna start from the beginning, right? You from yes. So you're from Houston, Texas, correct?
Well, I was born in San Antonio, Texas. So
Okay.
I'm from San Antonio, but I moved to Houston when I was like 13, like 11, 12 years old.
Yeah.
I'm 44 now. So Houston, so I'm from Houston.
Yeah.
All my life experiences and most of my childhood and everything is here.
Yeah. For sure. And how was it growing up in Houston for you?
Man, it was amazing, man. It's literally. I share with my kids all the time. We were literally the kids that was at the basketball court every day. We would ride bikes for miles, and man, in hindsight, I'm like, yo, what was my parents thinking? Just letting me just outside. We was really, really outside, bro. But it was so much fun, man. Coming from San Antonio to Houston was a humongous culture shock.
Okay.
Because that was my introduction. Like, yo, it's a lot of successful Black people here.
Yeah.
So I was able to grow up seeing a lot of people like me that were successful.
Okay.
So that was one of the blessings about growing up in Houston. And then, we've always had a really great culture here. Houston is like a really big city with a small town feel. That's been bad. Growing up, great. As an adult now, it's kind of like, shit, here we go. But I wouldn't change it for anything in the world, man. I'm so thankful my mom made the decision to move us here. So it was amazing.
For sure. I can feel that right now. And what makes Texas is everybody else gives Oakland and California the independent ground, but Houston and Texas been on it a long time as far as independent. What makes Texas and Houston different on the independent side? What you call it versus like any other state?
Because we didn't have shit here. See, every other city had some corporate office to some major entity.
Yeah.
If you was in Oakland, you can go across the bridge to San Francisco. You can catch a flight and shoot up to L.A.
Yeah.
So like in Houston, Texas, or Texas Pier, where could we go?
Yeah.
We either have to go to L.A. or New York or somewhere. And we had, man, rest in peace, my great friend and longtime partner passed away this year, Robert Gillerman. He owned a company called Southwest Wholesale. And that was the distribution hub for the South. So they did the distribution for UGK, Cash Money, No Limit, all of the click stuff. And so we had to be our own industry. We had to wrap vehicles. We had to pass out flyers. We had to take CDs to record stores. We had to hang posters because we didn't have a major DJ or radio station or any platform at that time that we could go, or office we can go knock on the door and say, hey, here we are. We literally had to establish and build everything on our own.
Yeah.
And that's what gave us such independence.
Yeah.
The money that some people were making in deals, we were making without leaving the state.
Yeah. I'm seeing that. Like, I got a chance to DJ at South by Southwest last year, and I'm looking around. I'm like, I'm from New York, so that's the first time I really kind of seen. I'm like, Texas is crazy. I'm like, this place is everybody hustling.
Man, Texas is so big, and people like. The thing about New York on the East Coast, now if you're from there, you know the difference between New York or Connecticut or or even
Yeah.
like people in New York, but amongst the boroughs,
Yeah.
y'all can tell by certain slang how people walk and
Yeah.
talk.
Like we like the Bronx and Harlem don't mess with Brooklyn and Queens.
You know what I'm saying? So, but
Yeah.
in Texas, it's like the assumption was that Houston, Dallas, San Antonio, Austin, that
Mm.
we were all kind of similar, but
Yeah.
we're all night and day.
Mm.
Like Houston is the furthest from Dallas and the furthest from San Antonio and Austin.
Yeah.
Then all the little country towns or small cities around, they all have their own identity.
Mm.
So it's such a southern melting pot.
Yeah.
You know what
So
I'm saying?
that's why all Texas is moving down there.
Because the land is cheap and the housing is cheap.
Okay, got you. I see everybody either from New York or somewhere they moving to Texas. Everybody moving to Texas.
Listen, I used to joke with my homeboys when they would come out here from the East Coast or the West Coast, and
Yeah.
I show them houses like, yeah, this is 4 bedroom, 3,500 square feet, gated community, $300,000, and they losing their mind because what y'all pay for rent in apartments out there,
Yep.
we got like massive ass homes and property.
Bro, my apartment in New York, I could have bought three houses. How much I paid in rent, so I could have definitely that. But I'm in Charlotte now, so
Okay,
I'm making up for lost time. So,
yeah. You're on the catch up. You're on the catch up.
and I do want to ask this, right? So, you got to start working out as a regional marketing rep for FUBU, the clothing company
Yeah,
FUBU. Yeah,
yeah.
for sure, for sure. Now, I want to ask this, right? What made you want to be a marketing rep as opposed to being on the creative side? Because black people, we love the creative side, but we never get in that business side. What made you want to be a marketing rep?
Man, I was the kid in elementary school selling my Halloween candy.
Yeah,
We used to have these contests selling world's finest chocolate bars,
yeah.
and I would win the bike every year.
Mm,
In high school, I worked for Gap. I
mm.
was the number one denim seller in the US
Yeah,
at like
yeah.
18 years old. So I've always been on the marketing and sales side of things, and this just always came so natural to me.
Mm,
I I never could draw.
yeah.
I can never color nice and neat. My handwriting was horrible. I was either sports or business. That's it.
Mm, mm.
And the music industry and marketing came so easy to me. I was
Yeah,
the people person. I could talk to as a kid. I could have full blown conversations with adults.
yeah,
And not in a mannish way or like they were like, nah, this little nigga, he owns something. He knows something. So
yeah,
when I was probably in middle school, man, I got with my aunt and my uncles, and I had got back in the day, to write on and Word Up magazines. In the back, they would have all of the ads for DJ equipment and different things like that.
yeah.
So this Technique 1200 and this Newmark mixer and these speakers was $1,500, and I got 7 aunts and 4 uncles. If I split that all up amongst everybody, and I can create my own record company and get this for Christmas.
For sure.
So that I was always that person, man. In second grade, a few years ago, a friend of mine from second grade found me on Facebook,
Mm,
and she was like, "Man, I remember because somebody had reposted something that I had did, and she seen it.
yeah.
She said, I remember in second grade, you said you was going to own a record company one day. So I've never desired to be the singer. I thought I could rap. I wanted
Yeah.
to be a rap group, but then I quickly realized, like, no, and that was like in fifth grade. I was like, I was
Yeah,
gonna,
yeah, yeah.
I never had a desire to be the creative.
Yeah, yeah. I
I
listen.
wanted, I wanted to be the
We
business.
we need we need more business brothers like yourself for myself, man, because it's too many artists. Everybody can't be an artist.
Yeah, man, it's crazy. I tell people now, I tell my artists, don't call yourself a rapper. Don't
Yeah.
call yourself a singer. You're an entertainer or you're an artist.
Yep.
Because you say rapper, oh man, I could throw a rock out the window right now and hit
Yeah.
six of them.
Yep. And I want to ask you this question: who would you say is your biggest inspiration in Houston music?
My biggest inspiration is Houston music.
Yeah.
D-Rec, the owner of
Mm.
Rec Shop Records.
Nice. Okay.
They what they did independently. He was somebody that I was able to watch growing up
Yeah.
and even help with the street team of some of their projects. Do it independently. I saw their studios, I saw what they did, and I saw them get the major deal with Priority. Houston music scene, my guy G Dash,
Mm.
uh, one of the owners of Swisher House.
Yeah.
Great brothers. He's always been welcoming, willing to share knowledge and pass on insight.
Mm.
My guy Lump, Lump owned a company called On the Level Promotions, and my
Yeah.
other Ace owned what was Ace? Ace had his urban life promotions, and I seen these guys doing all the street teams and all the promo, all the concerts, and all of that good stuff. And
Yeah.
my guy D from Kickdoor Promotions.
Nice. Nice.
I always watched the executives,
Yeah. Yeah.
these people, and of course we had Jay Prince with Rap a Lot,
Mm.
um, but they were already well established
Yeah. Yeah.
before me, so I can love and appreciate and respect what they created. But what I got to actually witness from the ground up,
Yeah.
guys I named, and watching it from the ground up showed me like, oh, okay,
Yeah.
I'm digging this. I like this, and I've been fortunate enough to have great relationships with
Yeah.
all of them to this day, with the exception of Big D, who's passed on.
Mm.
Everybody else, it's they come to my events. I can get them on the phone. I actually, one of my events, I honored Derrick, G Dash, and Lump with awards.
Yeah.
Uh,
Yeah.
Live Out Your Dream Awards. And that was just my appreciation for what they've done for music in the South,
Yeah.
that I was able to learn from.
Yeah. Yeah. For sure, I respect that all day, brother. And I do want to ask you this question, right? So I want to ask, who's like the first artist you would say that loud music broke? Like, who would you say is the first artist that you particularly with loud music was able to break?
So the first artist that I was able to break, it wasn't with Loud Music.
Okay.
So I started Loud Music in we started like 2012, 2013.
Okay.
But I was doing marketing with clothing companies and indie artists prior to that.
Yeah.
And so my first claim to fame record that I can actually say I was hands on in was the Chopper Style record out of New Orleans.
Wow.
Uh,
Okay.
so my guy Kelvin Napoleon, he was working at the radio station out there, Q93. He gave me a box of vinyl and some
Mm,
CDs, and I worked it. I took it to the clubs.
mm.
Uh, one of the most prominent DJs here in Texas, DJ High C,
Yeah.
um, tours with Keisha Cole and a few other national acts.
Mm.
Radio DJ. He broke the record in the club. He would play it at like 1:45 in the morning every night.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
and at the time, Chopper was on the road getting $200 a show with 8 people traveling with him in a van.
Yeah.
Once it took off, we're talking $10,000 a night, 4 or 5
Yeah.
a week.
Mm.
Um, I was fortunate to be a part of Ludacris What's Your Fantasy. I brought the D12 Purple Pills record to Texas. T-Pain, I'm Sprung. I
Mm.
worked I worked that single. My guy TJ Chapman with TJ's DJs.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
He was hosting an event at the Moon in Tallahassee,
Mm.
and I did a panel on distribution then. And the showcasing act after me
Mm.
was T-Pain doing I'm Sprung.
And you didn't
And
know who he was. Yeah, probably know who he was. Yep.
that was our first time meeting him. And
Yep.
T was like, yo, this record is about to be crazy. It's about to get out of here. And then my guy Casper out of Atlanta with Hitman DJs, he was like, yo, we on it. And so that's how I got introduced to it. And they rocked and rolled with it. So I was able to be a part of a lot of records
Yeah.
like that. And then even on the clothing side of things, working with FUBU and Academics Clothing and being the marketing director for Headgear Sportswear,
Yeah.
all those things led to me being like, okay, I got to do my own.
Got you. And let me ask you this question, right? Because I'm new to the South. Well, I just got here in the South and I'm loving it, right?
But y'all on Eastern Standard Time, so I don't know if y'all the South, but that's a whole nother conversation. Right?
Well, I mean, it's South to me. Listen, I'm from New York, so it's South to me. But yeah,
Outside of New York is the South for y'all.
it is South for us. But but seriously, like why is the South so respectful towards a DJ? Like the New York, we don't respect any, like New York artists don't respect the DJ as much as the South. Why does the South respect the DJ more?
Because we didn't have the resources. The DJ was our resources.
Got you.
I think New York was extremely and is extremely spoiled to have.
I agree. I agree. I totally agree.
You can go to high school and go to college and get a summer internship, and next thing you know, you're a VP of A&R somewhere.
Got
and
you.
A train ride or a bus within your city.
Okay.
We just had those things in the South. We literally had to. The DJ was our first level in the industry.
Okay.
So our first, before you even get to the radio stations, you got to get to the DJs.
Yeah, yeah,
And
for sure.
we didn't have blogs and podcasts and digital radio and all of those things. So you had to go through the DJ first. So you had to build great relationships.
Mm.
I call it you got to date the DJ.
Yeah, yeah.
You got to date the DJ, and that's just something that's just it was built out of necessity.
Mm.
I
Got
mean,
you.
in hindsight, I'm glad we did. I'm glad we are
Listen,
that.
I respect it, not to cut you off, but it's very I'm a DJ now, I'm just it's very weird and strange sometimes to me that people respect me so much as a DJ because of all the abuse I went through in New York. And I'm like, in New York, you gotta be like as abusive as hell. Like, you know what I'm saying?
It's again, it's because we didn't have.
Yeah, yeah.
You know what I'm saying? We didn't have. We didn't even have the DJs that could take your record national.
Mm.
There are times where if a DJ in New York co-signs your record,
Yeah,
you can take it anywhere else in the country and get it played.
that's true. We do have that level of we do have that. We do have that. Yeah, I agree.
So, and not many other markets do.
Yeah, yeah.
So in order for us to get the action and the respect we need, because that New York DJ is gonna call hell. It's DJs in New York now. If I go up there asking them and talking to them, they're gonna pick up the phone and call DJ JQ here in Houston, who's a heavy hitter
Yep.
DJ. Or
Yep.
they're gonna
You're right.
call somebody. And those guys can't vouch for me and say, nah, man, they doing their thing. It's this, is that. It means nothing. So we
Yeah.
have to keep that respect here for
Yeah.
it to be validated anywhere else.
For sure, for sure. And I do want to ask this question. Now we're gonna get to some management stuff, man. You manage a lot of artists. How did you look with Little Flip?
Man, so I actually worked on Little Flip's first single, I Can Do That.
Mm. Wow.
Some great friends of mine that was based in the Midwest, Judy Jones and Dorian L.O.U.D Washington, who had one of the biggest records of 2024,
Yeah.
the Marley record. I can't even think of the name of it right now. Is it YG Marley?
Lauren Hill's son?
Yeah,
Yeah, YG Marley. Yep.
yeah. Dorian, that's his record. And my guy
Nice.
in Indianapolis and my guy X in Cleveland, they were all working Lil Flip so I Can Do That record.
Mm.
And I was like, yeah, I think the record is slowing down here. They was like, nah, just be patient. We about to do this in the Midwest. So I say, cool, if y'all rocking, I'm rocking. Boom,
Yeah.
off.
Yeah.
And over the years, in passing, stayed in touch and see each other, what's up. And then I was managing the Houston artist Zero for a while.
Yeah.
And Ro and Flip were real tight. And when Flip switched management, he was like, shit, if you can deal with Ro, I know you can deal with me.
Yeah.
So he hit me up, man. I was like, cool, let's do it. And
Yeah.
I think it was like January 1st, 2021 or
Mm.
2020, one of them. We said, like, let's get the contract.
Nice, nice. And I need some of that exotic pop in my studio. I need some of that exotic pop.
Send me the address, brother. I'll make sure we get it.
For sure, for sure. And I do want to ask this, right? Now, we talk a lot about promoting records and marketing records, and what does working a record look like? Like what are the steps that go into working a record? The short version.
Woo, man, honestly, right now, and I'm gonna be super, super honest with you, bro.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Mm.
We're in such a inside out space in this market. I'd feel real irresponsible saying and giving some advice and somebody watch this and try it and it don't work.
I respect that.
I look at it from a space like even this year as a record company,
Yeah.
we had one of our strongest years ever this
Yeah.
year.
Congratulations. Yeah.
Thank you. But we only dropped one single in June. We ain't dropped no videos,
Yeah.
no albums or nothing. But all of our artists are working and busy.
Yeah.
And all I did was I changed who we talked to. I didn't change music. I didn't go create no new content.
Yeah.
I just who we market to. And
Yeah.
I think the biggest thing in hip hop right now is everybody's grasping at straws and trying to grab the same looking customer.
Yep. Yep.
If it's a Sexy Red, they want to grab the audience that looks like Sexy Red.
Yep.
If it's Young Boy, they want to grab the people that look like Young Boy. And that's just not the case.
That's going backwards. That's hustling backwards to the fullest.
I switched all of our ads and all of our promo to target 13 to 24-year-old white, Latin, Asian, LGBTQ college and high school students.
Yeah, yeah. And it worked.
None of my artists have performed, with the exception of Flip on the management side, but on the label side, none of my artists have performed in a club in 2024.
Fire. I respect that. I respect that a lot.
And so I don't believe in playlisting anymore.
Nope.
Um, it's we actually eliminated a lot of blogs and a lot of podcasts from our Rolodex of because none
Mhm.
of them talk about music or have this conversation like we're having.
Yeah.
So I don't. It's pointless. I think the number one thing that anybody could do, focus on just fans, direct to
Yeah.
consumer.
Yeah. And I'm honored to be one of the ones that you accepted. So
Hey man, nah, bro, I appreciate that. All my people reached out and they was like, "Nah, Derry, y'all gonna actually have a conversation." I said, "Well, shit, cool." I want to talk about beef and drama, and I said, "Bro,
Nah.
I'm the furthest removed."
Yeah. Yeah.
You
I'm
know,
same with me, man. Like my audience, like I said, I got an app is real like, and once again, I focus on education. So, everybody always comes to me, even the hood dudes, they always come to me like, yo, Chase, how do I start a label? Or how do I start this? And they all come to me. So I was like, you know what? Let me just create my aesthetic to always talk about business and black ownership, and not because I see you was in black enterprise. I'm like, okay, okay.
yeah, and that's I'm the same way, man. I focus on the positivity. I focus on the industry. I want people to know, like, no, man, you can be a positive black record executive, man.
Yeah.
One of the my biggest social media posts ever that went viral that I never thought would
Yeah.
was me saying that there's a young black boy or girl in a college dorm room with a hit record, but y'all won't give it a shot because they're not in the streets or in the strip club.
Real talk. And with
And
that, yeah, real talk.
And I was surprised at the number of blogs and different people picked it up. And I was like, what the hypocrisy?
Yep.
Like
Yep.
y'all reposting are the ones I'm talking to. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm married.
You know what that's about? You know what that's about though?
Yeah. So I was like, man, I want to put that out there. I want to put that type of energy out there. Like, man, yo,
Yeah.
we can be happy.
Yeah, yeah.
Like, I don't know what's the thing. Like nobody black in music want to be happy.
They don't. Everybody want to be smoked out and high, and it's
Yeah,
terrible.
man.
It's terrible, man. Like even sometimes, like me as a DJ, I do not like DJing. People ask me like, do I like DJing? I'm like, I only do the white events because they party and dance. Like the black
It's,
people, they just want to stand there and get high, and I'm like, bro, I don't want to deal with that. Like,
we we my one of my artists, Tim Ned, just did a show this past Saturday.
yeah.
He did a halftime show of a Major League Soccer game, 22 points.
Fire, fire, fire. Congratulations on that.
Thank you, man.
Yeah.
The white, Latin, Asian, Indian
Yeah.
kids going crazy. I was like, this is why you do music.
Yep. Yep. And the
This is the art.
disrespect, and you know what's crazy, Derrick, is like also too, like what I notice as I get older, the disrespect. Like I feel like a lot of artists need like home training classes or something. Like the
Bruh.
disrespect towards adults and just people that's above them is crazy. Like I'm like, yo, what's going on here? Like,
The entitlement because I quote unquote rap or I produce or I'm in the music business, they
yeah.
feel like there's a lack of professionalism.
Mm.
And I'm like, man, 70 to 80% of the things that happen for us is because of professional.
Respect, professionalism, like respecting even like a proper email. Like I'm like, send a proper email. Like
One of not I had a young man send me some music the other day. He sent me two songs, and I replied, I'm like, who is this? Oh, you told me on IG to send my music when it's done. I
yeah.
said, I said, so you didn't send no name, no phone number, no EPK, no bio.
No.
You just nothing. All you said was two songs.
Yeah, yeah.
I said, okay, cool. And he's like, you listen to it? I said, no.
I'm the
said,
same way. I'm the
I said,
same way.
your
Yeah.
presentation, how you gave it to me, how you felt like that was okay, that tells me no matter what this sounds like, you're not somebody I can work with.
Real talk. And I now on that note, I got a question, right? So I have a lot of people that want to be managers and label owners and things like that. Do you feel like being a manager in 2024 is profitable?
No,
Mm.
oh, no.
Mm.
Because artists want the traditional management fees and percentages, but they want you to do untraditional work. Managers today are doing our
Real
social.
spit, real spit. Yeah,
They're negotiating deals. They're negotiating brand deals. They're doing all of these things, and the artists want you to just get this percentage. When
yeah.
I'm over building full blown brands and companies for you, and revenue streams, and you still just want me to sit over here.
Mm,
I told
yeah.
him, said, for an artist, I tell any artist, your job is to make me $10 million.
Real talk.
But you're the manager. You're supposed to work for me. I say, see, you got it ass backwards. If you do whatever you can to make sure I make 10 million, what do you think you made?
Exactly.
Said okay. I said, so that has to be the approach. But most artists today don't need management anyway.
Mm.
Like they need hustle, they need drive, they need ambition, they need education.
Money, a job, a day job.
That's what they need for. They need management because
Yeah.
the minute artists are like, oh, I got a management, or the thing that drives me up a wall, I have a PR.
Oh yeah, yeah.
Not called a PR.
Word, word, word.
PR is for public
You got
relations.
you got one of these. You got a PR.
Or you have a publicist, but when people are like, oh, I have a PR, that tells me you don't even know the industry well enough to know the terms of what you're saying.
Yeah,
You have
yeah.
a publicist. And if your publicist is telling people I'm your PR, your publicist is whack.
Yep.
You know what I'm saying? So I think the lack of knowledge,
Yeah.
the lack of education in the industry, the lack of professionalism in the industry, I
Mm.
think all of that is what's damaging so many artists. So it's not even worth being a manager.
Mm. For sure.
Like if I wasn't managing the established artists like Lil Flip, who
Yeah.
gets it, I wouldn't take on new artists who need management. I wouldn't do it.
For sure. I appreciate that answer. And one of my questions is this too. What do you feel like artists should, well, you already kind of touched on it, but what do you feel like established artists should focus on in 2024?
Established artists build your community.
Mm.
It's even better if you're established.
Yeah.
Embrace AI.
Yep.
Embrace so many different things that you can use to pull people into you.
Yeah.
A lot of artists, they've been spoiled and spoon fed by major labels and distributors for so long that they rely on their ignorance to constantly push their people that way.
Mm.
Instead
Yeah.
of let me collect them all in my own database
Yeah.
to be able to promote and market to them myself directly.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
now, if I have 50,000 people in my database and I want to do a pre-sale of 500 exclusive hoodies,
Yeah. Yeah.
I can just, boom, let me just put out the flyer of the artwork and then get all 500 hoodies sold and then place the order.
Respect. I like
So,
that.
you know what I'm saying? So when you're established, you can create those type of opportunities for yourself.
Yeah. Yeah.
So, and honestly, whether you're brand new in the game or 20 years in the game, today your focus should be community.
For sure. And do you like the business now, or do you like it better when you first started?
When I first started.
Right? For sure. And now your company, I seen the Sizzle Reel. You're focusing on mentorship. You're focusing on building new executives. Why is that more important to you now?
I call it the real estate theory.
Mm.
You know, if people are in real estate, if you have a nice ass house in your neighborhood,
Yeah.
all the houses around you, if you got a nice house in the middle of the projects, the value of your house goes down.
Mm.
So, in order for me to be who I want to be, and the value I want to put in my company,
Yeah.
I need to have that type of system. I need to be in that type of neighborhood.
Yeah. Yeah. For sure. For sure.
So I do a lot. All of my events or shows, just people get better in their craft anyway.
Yeah. Yeah.
Because I plan on dominating. I plan on this. I don't want to be that 15-year-old playing little league football and you just the biggest kid out there.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah.
no, I want the best of the best. So if I have to help you become the best, so I then can beat you, I'm cool with that. But again, without us having a true industry here, I need to develop it. I need to build it up because that's the way I feel like I can really show my value of who I am.
Yeah.
Is when they can be like, well, it's kind of like I'm a sports fanatic if you can't tell, but it's just like in football when they're talking about the Mike Shanahan coaching tree.
Yeah.
Shanahan, McVay, and this person, or
Yeah.
you got it's like 7 NBA head coaches and God knows how many assistant coaches that came off from up under the San Antonio Spurs coaching tree.
Mm.
So it overly validates Coach Greg Popovich of who he is. He don't have to tell nobody who he is. We
Yeah.
can just probably see all the people like shit. They're in position because of that. So
Yeah,
that's
yeah.
my role. I need to make everybody around me better. So I
Yeah,
don't tell nobody who I am.
yeah. For sure, for sure. And how do you feel like, I think I kind of know your answer. Artists focusing more on social media than perfecting their craft.
I hate it, bro. I hate it. I
Yeah.
hate it. I hate it. I'll tell everybody all the time. They put algorithms over artistry.
Yeah.
Uh, I, it's people think I'm stupid when I say this, but that's why I moved this year the way we did.
Yeah.
Better music you make, the less content you have to put out. The greater the song,
Woo!
the amount of content.
Facts.
But if you
Big
keep checking
facts.
algorithms, hoping and praying that something sticks,
That's like you might as well get a scratch off lot. You might as well play the lottery every day.
bro. Let me ask you: you from New York? Are you a Giants fan or a Jets fan? Or
Somewhat Giants fan. I'm more of a Steelers Cowboy, but Giants is cool.
I'm a Dallas Cowboy fan.
I'm a Cowboy fan. Yeah.
Okay, so could you imagine if Dallas was in the Super Bowl playing against the Steelers and every single play was a Hail Mary?
That's what they doing. That's exactly what they doing. Yep.
That's the music industry. That's what they're doing.
Yep.
Every play, every song, every release is a Hail Mary,
Yeah.
hoping to go viral.
It's stupid. It's
Hey, look
stupid.
up. The only people making money are
Computer companies.
studios, the
Yep.
studios for the recording if they don't have it at home. Everybody, oh, you need more content. You need more content. Of course, you need more money, but I'm the only one who ever loses.
Yep.
And so I think that that's one of the biggest problems people doing. I don't even think people are making music for the love of music anymore.
They don't. They don't.
They make music so they can have something to post.
Yep. And even like me, like when I'm in here, when I came down here, I only been in Charlotte 8 months. I already got my own studio. But I don't everybody's like, you want to record? I'm like, no, I do this because output. Like I've been doing music since a kid. So I'm a 90s kid. I was born in the 80s. So like just even being able to record music is I sometimes like cringe when I see people take advantage of it. I'm like, do you know how hard we had it to just record a song? Do you know how hard that was? Like,
And it's just, man, I think that's the thing that we did.
yeah,
We were at the me and my wife, we go to the Grammys every year.
nice.
And 2 years ago or 3 years ago, I was sitting there watching. No, my first one was 3 years ago.
Yeah,
And to the side of the stage, they have a humongous 200-foot screen. And
yeah,
so everybody that's nominated, their name and all of that stuff pops up on the screen.
yeah,
And then it lists all the songwriters and producers.
yeah,
And I was like, so everybody even nominated had 5 or 6 songwriters, 6 or 7 producers, 3 or 4 engineers, just to get it good enough to be nominated. So I scrapped everything we was working on. I said, anything that you're working on where you wrote the whole song,
yeah,
scrap it. We got to put 3 or 4 people in there with you,
yeah,
just to make sure we're even competing with the losers.
yeah,
Like, you can't even hope to win these awards if you're not even competing with the people that lost.
yeah, yeah,
So my
yeah.
thoughts have been like, for all 2024 is just like, man, let's just make great
Music. Yep, for
take
sure.
some time and create the best records we can
Yeah.
possibly come up with.
Yeah, and let me ask you this question, Derrick. Like, also, and not to cut you off, I want to ask you this, right? And something that popped in my head. Like, do you feel like these managers and like these label execs are enabling this behavior as well, too, though?
Yeah, because it's easy money for them. The
Hmm.
labels don't care about the music.
Yeah,
They only want to know about your monthly listeners on Spotify and your
yeah,
subscribers. That's equivalent to your credit score, and they
mm.
use those numbers to figure out how much they're going to finance you for your next.
Yeah, yeah,
That's all it is, bro. There's no interest or intrigue in growth and development,
yeah.
but more so in black music. I don't want to be. I don't want to black music. Yeah. We get so caught up in being casual with the white dude, the Indian dude, the Asian chick, or the cool white, and not realizing y'all are casual because they calling you OG, Unc, bro, sis, and homie. And
Uh-huh.
but behind closed doors, when they're in their office, they shirt is buttoned up and they tie is tight and they pencil whooping your ass on that contract. But they only do that to
Yep.
us
Yep.
because we want to be down and accept it so bad we allow it.
Yep.
So they don't care. And I've been on the phone. I'm a part of a team that's working on an artist that's negotiating some deals right now.
Mm.
Every single deal, they only care about send me the last 6 months of statements of how much the artist was generating
Yep.
and what the followers, and then they calculate and project how much.
I advanced to get them. Yep, I advanced to get them. They did that to me. They look, bro, boss man. I've sold 14 million streams on my own. I have the plaques to prove it as a producer, and like I've as on my own, literally with no big label behind me. Like literally just on my own, 14 million, probably more than that now, right? And because I'm a producer, it's difficult for me to like ask every artist or you know what I'm saying to give me their statements. It's impossible for me to do that. So these companies, they'll be like, "Oh, you don't have this much in your publishing." I'm like, "Bro, I'm an engineer. I'm a producer. I have a DJ. I've sold 14 million streams collectively on my own." And they do that. And I'm like, I've been doing this almost 20, no, going on 20 years. There's artists I've seen come and go, die off, come and go, and I build my own companies. That's why I'm just like, you know what, y'all got it.
Right, and that tells me you have no interest in the of my potential growth.
Yeah,
You have no interest in making me a star.
yeah,
You only want to figure out a way to generate the numbers.
yep,
So I have to do my job of making my artists and my team stars. So
yeah.
when you do call, you're not going to question me about any of that shit.
Yeah, yeah, for sure. And do you feel like, one of my last questions is this, right? Do you feel like artists should chase a record deal or go independent?
I so it's two parts. I
Yeah,
think I think you should be independent as
yeah,
long as you
mm,
can. You do at some level, and for me, I do want the record deal for a few reasons.
yeah,
As I stated prior, there's no office in Houston.
mm,
If I can be in the arguably third, fourth largest city in the country
yeah,
and own an office that's connected to a major label,
yeah,
it's a cash cow.
mm,
And everything runs through me.
yeah,
But then also there are certain things that I want. I
yeah.
want the Conan O'Briens and the Jimmy Kimmels and the Jennifer Hudsons and
Got
the
you.
Night Lives
Yeah,
and I want those things. I want the international festivals. I want that to be a part of our day to day
yeah,
conversations. But I know those things are held captive by a lot of the majors. Even
yeah,
certain playlists, like you're not getting on certain playlists on certain
yep.
platforms
Yeah, I wrote a
without,
book about it. Yeah,
what I'm saying. So it's certain things that ultimately I want because I want mega stars.
yeah, yeah,
You know what I'm saying? I want to create the next Kanye, the
mm,
next Rihanna, the next Adele, the
yeah,
next Beat, the next Elton John,
yeah,
uh, the next mega country star. Like I don't, I'm not trying to be just the black label that just has 20 rappers that all sound the same. Like,
mm,
no, I want music. I want to bring back love music
yeah,
and
yeah, yeah.
into mainstream. And I'm not talking about alternative R&B. And I like,
Like real
no,
love music. Yeah.
stop giving us all of these sub genres to compensate for you not wanting to pay for what it is. Like, music.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. Kick it. Yeah,
So
yeah,
that's where I want to get to, and that's where I want to be. But I think it is going to take
yeah,
uh, my voice. My voice will be more influential when I have that hit record to stamp behind it. That
yeah, yeah,
came directly from the Loud Music stable.
yeah. Well, they say it takes 10 years to reach, you know what they say. So you're almost there. So you're almost at that 10-year
Yeah,
mark.
we knocking at the door. We knocking at the door. I think like a year of not releasing any music except one song
Yeah.
from our artist, Spiral Bliss. And you know what's wild?
What's that?
What's really wild, and I was sharing with our team this year, the other day. We released one song June 21st,
Yeah,
and we were able to get on the first round of the ballots for your Grammy consideration.
yeah,
So we're one for one. You know what I'm saying? So it's not like we didn't drop 50 songs this year.
yeah,
We drop a song every other week. And hey, New Music Monday is here. Like, no, we put our time, energy, and effort into one record. We built a game plan around it and did it. But in the meantime, every one of my artists did halftime shows for Major League Soccer, thousands of people
Yeah.
performed 5 Nations venues. And I had the only performance at Comic Palooza, a
Mm.
comic. So we're intentionally picking our punches in our spaces, and
Yeah.
it's paying off, and it's
Yeah,
setting up our.
yeah, man. Let's get it. Let's get. That's what I'm talking about. And I know I gotta make the next Loud Music Festival. I've been every time it happens. I'm super busy. I will be there. Well, I
And
will
listen,
bring. I will be there.
so we do the press junket. Our Loud rating on press junket is the first weekend in June.
Yeah, yeah.
So we bring out 80 media outlets
I will
and
be there. I will be there next year. I will be there. I will be there.
so you can come in. You can be one of the premier media outlets. We have Pandora, Sirius XM, BET, Revolt,
Yeah,
Radio One. We have like outlets from all over the country, and then
yeah,
we do like 700 indie artists, and it's like speed dating. They get
yeah.
to do a radio press when we go do all the interviews.
Yes,
It's
sir. Yes, sir.
the dopest event in the country for me, man.
Yeah, yeah. I like it. I will be there in June. I will be my birthday July 1st, so I'll be there in June.
Okay,
So
dope, dope.
yeah. And okay, so before we get out of here, we could do this all day. We could definitely gonna have a part two of this interview,
Yeah,
right?
so I'm,
You
I'm, with,
know,
I'm with you. I appreciate it.
for sure. What's gonna say? What's the future artist? Who's like? Give me two artists that I should look out for, or the DJs look out for, from Loud Music.
Um, Tim Ned.
Mm,
Tim Ned is one of them ones, bro.
yeah,
And he's our flagship artist that started with me from day one.
yeah,
His music bag right now, he's working on. We got a new project coming, Late Nights in London, the deluxe version
yeah.
coming out top of the year. But it originally dropped 2019, right before the pandemic.
Okay.
Uh, we were he wrote, produced, and recorded the whole project in our hotel room in London,
Yeah, yeah. Oh, wow, nice.
and then he mixed and mastered it on the plane. And then we were set to do Italy and a whole bunch of other spots, but then the pandemic hit.
Yeah,
So we're throwing some house remixes on there, and we're going to re-release that. And then he
yeah,
has another album called Cadillac and Cocktails.
yeah, yeah.
That's dope. And then our artist Fat Pimp, he has a
Mm.
new coming called, but it's going to be called "But You Can Call Me Chris." So he's moving away from the
Yeah,
name
yeah.
because he hates when people call him Chris.
Oh, okay.
Because you didn't grow up with me, you don't know my story.
Yeah,
Album is giving his whole story and who he is. So
yeah.
by the end of the album, he's comfortable with you calling him Chris.
Got you. Well, like I said, you got to get out of his comfort zone, man. You got to want to make that money. You got to be uncomfortable to be rich. You feel me? You got to be
Yeah.
uncomfortable to be comfortable. You feel me?
And the project literally comes down to him being
Yeah,
open, transparent as an artist, as a husband, as a father. His pops passed away this past July,
yeah,
and putting out records, doing a deep dive into all of those emotions and things. So we super transparent on this album. Yeah,
yeah.
our artists just did the FUBU, the Atlanta Fashion Week, FUBU and Coogee fashion shows.
Nice.
So it's some cool stuff coming, man. We got a lot of cool stuff coming.
For sure, for sure. And my very, very last question, I asked this to everybody. They've been stealing my question, but I asked it to everybody. You are a legendary music executive. You put in the work. You do it. You know what I'm saying? You in this. You do that. You do this for real, for real. Um, what is one piece of advice you would give any new artist coming into the business today?
Learn the business.
Mm,
Learn the business, man. I think the more you know about the business, the better music you will create.
hmm
I think if you don't understand the actual industry and how it works, then
Yeah,
you don't really know what songs to make and when to put them out and how to put them out. I tell every artist, man, know the business. Go get the books. All you need to know about the music business by Donald
down a
Passman.
pass, man. Yeah,
Uh, it's on the 14th edition. The Plain and Simple Guide to Music Publishing. It's on the fourth edition.
by my guy Randall.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Uh, Emily White has her book, The Streams of Income for Independent Artists. It's like just educate yourself on the business. And
yeah,
I think through that, they become much better artists because now they're taking their time
yeah.
and they're understanding all the moving parts that happen behind the scenes so they don't bullshit their way through a song.
Yeah, and on that note, we are out of here. My guy, Derrick MC, Derrick McKinney in the building, Loud Music CEO. Plug everything in social media, websites, your label, everything.
Ooh, okay, top to bottom, the website is loudmusic.com. The Instagram is official loud. My Instagram is Derrick MC, DerrickMC. Talk to me, I talk back, I respond, I follow back. I ain't one of them dudes. I love the insight, I love the conversation, man. Whatever you need
Yeah,
from
you know this, man. Once again, the DJ Chase, the pregame party minutes podcast, right here on that new DJ Chase radio mobile app, WDJC, DB, DJ Chase Radio, DJChaseRadio.com. Get that DJ Chase Radio merch, YouTube, DJ Chase TV, Spotify podcast, and Apple Podcasts. And I'm out of here. Yeah.